Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
49er first down.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Niners' 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, so they held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And a 49er first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Murphy.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3-0. Mitch Wishnowsky in punt formation for the 49ers.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. A quick throw complete out to Isabella.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. $54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Right, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
Garoppolo on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Andy Lee.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
For 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
At the 21-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now it's Peterson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to float this one. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 37 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That was the corner, Robert Alford, with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Larry Fitzgerald.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Andy Lee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 27, Murray escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
On the carry.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
And 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right there, 56. Oh, you get on the header. 2-2. Month 56. Month 56.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
3-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Young Drake on the carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
32-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
10.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 49.
On 1st down, Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. D Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray caught left side Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 9 there, the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Ed sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So where to get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the 49er first.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 78 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Brings up 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going deep for Hopkins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Jimmy Ward there.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
5-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Right back to Drake. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's caught at the 2. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now goal for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, 49ers 20. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Today's final score.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that.